Okay, so if you're cool, we're going to kind of jump right on in because I got a lot of questions for you, Kate. So, hi,
Okay.
everybody. If you don't know
Hi.
this amazing human being next to me, I'm going to let Kate introduce herself because she's fabulous and you need to know her.
Oh, why, thank you. Well, I think that you're fabulous as well. So, hey, everybody. I am Kate Doster of katedoster.com, and it is my soul and soul's mission to put money in the hands of good people so they can do good with it and to eradicate this idea that nice people finish last in 2022. Because the truth is, people love to spend money. Like, I guarantee that if I asked you, hey, have you bought anything on Amazon in the last 2 weeks? Your answer is yes. So why would you want people to buy from you? Somebody who actually cares about their audience, who is going to go above and beyond for them, who's not just going to treat them like some throwaway dollar sign. So that is what I do. We help primarily with sales, mindset, and psychology, and email marketing.
We hear a lot about people who are like, okay, I get people who open my emails, but getting them to actually click on things and take an action is like pulling teeth. So is there anything that you can suggest to kind of boost click rate inside of emails?
This one, you're going to be like, what? Having pictures and making sure your pictures link out to wherever you want people to go. 100% people will click on it. So say like, I know you've got your great YouTube channel, right? So you can definitely have that line that says like, click here to subscribe. Or if you're looking to earn $1,000 extra in your blog this week, then click here to watch this video. You're still going to have lines like that, right? Of actual text. Mm-hmm. But if you can have a screenshot of your video almost playing, people are going to click on the pictures. And they're like, oh, that's just something that they naturally do because it draws attention. Again, the other thing when it comes to that click-through rate is, again, it's not just like click here to watch the video. You're, again, reminding them what's on the other side. You have to sell the free and you have to sell the click. Even if you're like, but Kate, I'm just trying to get them to go over to a blog post. There's 100 different ways to save money. Like, why wouldn't they want to click? Again, they're going in the inbox to procrastinate. So in their head, they might not be in the mode to learn because reading a blog post is a lot different than reading an email. So that's also where you're going to have a little bit of that sort of like friction because they're not in this time span of, oh, I want to learn how to do that right now. But if the email is good enough, if it's selling the free, then maybe they will want to go ahead and click. So it is quite all right. We've seen click-through rates. Somebody just posted in Laura's Facebook group, and I couldn't believe it. Her click-through rate was like 30%. And I was like, most people's is like 1 to like 2. She showed the actual graphic. I'm like, oh man, I'm really good at what I teach. I'm like, Jesus, that's fantastic.
It is. That's amazing.
Link to the same place more than once as well. I think also that people, how like when you do your blog, how like say if you're talking about something and you'd be like, and you just say like link to like your, a different recipe that you have, or just naturally when like you say the word welcome series, like I would link to my blog post about welcome series. Kind of think about that too. As you're saying keywords in that email, link out to that blog post or link out to that Facebook or link out to that webinar. Like I will literally highlight the benefits that I think people like the most. So that way, 1, they read it because it's blue. And 2, they'll click on it. They subconsciously want that. They'll be like, ooh, I want to double my open rates. And then it'll get them where they need to go. So pictures, strategic words, and still do have those things. And occasionally I think that it's worth the effort to test out having like an actual button in your email as well, just to see what happens. People might want to click more to that. And I have not personally used them a lot, but I'm starting to test out and integrate because I want to be able to report back to my students and be like, you know what? I started using buttons and it works.
Yeah. Because I was just going to say, like, have you used buttons and do they convert better than actual text? So do you think that having like a call to action? Oh, sorry. What?
Pictures still work really, really well. Like I have to say.
I love you guys, I love me some pictures and emails. Like it's my favorite thing in the world. But do you think that like a call to action line as well as having it naturally integrated inside of a post or inside of a post, blogger slip inside of an email is both helpful?
Yeah, 100%. And even shoving it into the PS as well. Because some people, you got to remember, not everyone's going to read every single word you say. We like to think so, but again, they're going in there to procrastinate and not use a lot of brain juice. So sometimes people just read like the first couple sentences and then they'll just read the PS because they're like, oh, that'll sum it up for me. So that's where you're going to sum it up. So again, have that direct call to action. Try having some buttons in there. Occasionally have a picture or two of like where you're putting people to go to. It'll be good.
Yeah. Everybody loves a good too long didn't read, which by the way, I'm so old. I had to look up what that meant. The TLDR. I did not know. I'm like, what's Tilder? Like, is this something
I had to because AppSumo uses it. And I was like, what? I was like, is that like in real life? Is this like just the details are? And we're not that old, I don't think. But
I'm not.
I guess
I turned 30 in August. Like,
I was gonna say you're younger than I am, so I'm just like, if you don't know what it is, then we're really out of time.
I know. I was like, there are a few things that have made me feel old, and having to look up in Urban Dictionary what TLDR was. That was up there. That was up there. That was a real slice of humble pie right over to me. Thank you so much for coming today and bestowing your knowledge on us. And so people can find you at, what is your website?
You go to katedoster.com, and I do have a podcast. We're going on a bit of a summer/spring break, but it is every other week. It's called Inbox Besties, and you can go there as well. If you're like, I'm not really in the mood for a webinar, I'll make sure that Caroline drops the link. I do have a freebie that's 2 years worth of strategic email ideas. So I literally like January, week 1, send this, week 2, send this. If you're a rule breaker, you can like switch them up, or you can like go look at May. I let them know if it's like, oh, it's mint julep day in May. So like you have to send this in May. So, and if you're like, but Kate, like, what about, January, February? They come back. So it's fine. If you're watching this and it's like July, it's cool. The rest of the months come back. Just recycle it. You're good.
Oh yeah. It's fantastic, guys. If you're one of those people who's like, it is Friday at 3 p.m. I have a half an hour before I can pick up the kids. I have no idea what to send. That's an awesome freebie for it. Kate, thank you so much for joining us. And guys, we will see you hopefully at the webinar. You guys should all sign up. It's going to be fantastic. Bye.
Bye, everybody.